problem repeating it, right?
Dot dot dot. That doesn't make any sense. Alluding to the fact that she knew about the body already. I'm gonna find number 3. Well, that's not helpful, so I'm absorbing something.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh, shit.
Shoot!
But what am I going to be using it on?
All I said was,
Oh,
they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened, and they must be positive. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Observe so strange? Hold on. Am I absorbing? Or do I? Is it strange? Is that what it is? I don't want to lose any more health. Come on. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, so I absorb those guys. Or do I so strange and I hit it with those guys? Thinking I do so strange and hit those guys. Would be my guess. I've already absorbed this one.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
I'm gonna try the opposite.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Yes, okay.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those.
No, that's wrong. Down there. Yeah, I think yes. I keep quoting
That's right.
Resident Evil.
There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
Whoops. Oh, something just popped up trying to update. Hold on. Okay.
So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Yeah. Dot dot dot. Uh-oh.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist? Simple.
Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? Wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. Another possibility is...
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Rude!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Oh, pray tell.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Wait. Really possible? God damn it. This is a long trial. Okay, what do I got? What do I got? What do I got? Robo Justice, Yuichihiro's message. Just reprints.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Okay. Pretty sure... His account.
You dressed me...
His account. What's his account? Oh. That's the one? Have the arms been like... Oh, it's the blueprints. Gotcha.
Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Oh? God damn it.
Shoot!
Crap. Okay.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight.
No, that's wrong!
It is? Why is it wrong? I mean, I know that was the statement, but I thought it was because the arms...
Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
That's right, because Kyoko found him standing.
Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You totally can't bend the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight. Oh!
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate? ...
Oh no, she's snapping. Guys, she's snapping. She's going crazy. Feeling we're gonna have a cutscene soon. I gotta get the overlay ready.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Oh dear God.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
I tried to kill you. My name, Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Yeah.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it!
Yeah.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
Yeah, very convenient.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
That we know of.
No. Hold on. There's one person
Yes.
it could apply to.
Yes.
And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I?
You're about to be.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine! Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Oh, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. God damn it. Handbook, spotless, message. Okay, the e-handbook has got to be the thing.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
Yeah, I do.
No,
Take a look
that's
at your
wrong.
e-handbook.
That's it! The handbook!
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Handbook is absolutely valuable to help the school out. You start it up and display your own name. Make sure you got the right one.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate. ...
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
Is it comic book time?
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Yep. Alright. Alright. Act 1. Not sure. Maybe it's yes. Is it? I don't know. Can I go to the next one? I can go to the next one. Act 2. What do we got here? Push the thing, okay. Right here. Okay, put me behind him, so I think that is the place where that goes. I don't know what goes here. Oh, okay, probably the clock. Alright. They put him in the thing. Guessing probably this one. That's probably Otaka, because that would make sense. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Ha ha ha. That was Justice Hammer 4. And then him. Blah, 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 blah. It's a picture. Justice Hammer 2 coming down there. Blood Pack. That was 3. Okay, that one's pretty obvious. Alright, that's gotta be that one. Look at him. Alright. That's gotta be this one. So then what the hell's the beginning one? The rest of these make sense. The beginning one. We got chips, we got a crystal ball, backpack. Picture from the last one. God, the way they draw the villain when it's not filled out is creepy as all hell. God, I don't know. Okay, wait. So you got that shot here, right? Got this shot here. You got these two shots are kind of like at it. Maybe the profile picture, because that guy's in profile? Dude, why would it be the backpack? I don't think it's the backpack. I think it's this one. Either that or it's the bag of potato chips.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Oh.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2, and an injured Hifumi, to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Oh, I didn't know I could get to question marks. Thanks, I'll keep that. Probably will forget that,
He
but
took
I'll try
a
to
blood
keep that
packet
alone.
from the refrigerator, and
'Cause I forgot
Justice
how to
Hammer
do
3
absorbing bullets earlier, and it was just me repeating the same thing over and over and over again.
and turned the room into a crime scene, in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
That was like the most complicated part of the plan, was making sure that they both discover the body at the same time.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time...
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to click that.
He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Celeste.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.